Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to walk you step by step through running a full U.S. payroll cycle inside Odoo 19, including employee setup, federal and state tax configuration, onboarding, payslips, Form 940, journal entries, reconciliation, and final accounting review. We will follow the complete payroll process exactly as Odoo intends it, using the U.S. payroll localization. Let's begin. We start on the Odoo apps page. To run payroll in the United States, we need to install two modules: United States, Payroll, and United States, Payroll with Accounting. I search for United States Payroll and click Install. The core U.S. Payroll app provides all of the salary structures, rules, and W-2 and W-3 reporting. Then I install United States, Payroll with Accounting, which links payroll to the accounting app so that journal entries are created automatically from Payslips. Once both apps are installed, Odoo adds the U.S. payroll localization to this database. Next, we configure the company. I go to Settings, then Users and Companies, and open the company record. Here I enter the full company name, the complete address, and most importantly, the state and country. The state on the company address is used by default as the work state for payroll tax calculations. In this demo, I set the company in Texas, United States. I enter the tax ID, which is the company's EIN, and the company ID, which is the state unemployment ID number. I confirm the currency is US dollars, and I add the company phone and email address because this information will appear on payroll reports and W-2s. Once this is saved, the U.S. fiscal localization and payroll rules know we're working with a Texas employer. Now that the localization and company are set, we can configure employees for U.S. payroll. I open the Employees app and create a new employee called Test Employee. On the Work tab, I verify the work address. By default, Odoo uses the company address as the work location, including the state. This state is critical because it determines which salary rules apply during payroll calculations. If an employee works in a different state than the company's main office, you would update the work address here. The first step in any payroll setup is configuring the employee profile. Here, I'm opening a new employee record and navigating to the Payroll tab. This is where the critical information for payroll calculation is stored. I enter the employee's contract details, including wage type, salary amount, employee type, and pay category. This determines how Odoo calculates salary rules, taxes, and working hours. For this example employee, I choose a fixed wage of $15,000 per month, set the employee type to employee, and select the United States, employee pay category. This automatically aligns the contract with U.S. payroll rules. Next, I scroll down to the Schedule section. Odoo needs to know how many hours the employee works in order to calculate overtime, salary allocation, and work entries. I select the standard 40-hour work week, which is the default U.S. working schedule. If you use attendances or planning instead of schedule-based work entries, Odoo will adjust work entries automatically. For salaried employees, the standard schedule is typically appropriate. Now I move to the retirement plan settings. U.S. payroll most commonly includes 401k contributions, so I enter the employee's deferral percentage and the employer match. Odoo automatically ensures that contributions stay within IRS annual limits using parameters in the U.S. localization. For example, if I enter 5% employee contribution, 5% employer match, and a yearly cap of 100% of salary, Odoo applies these rules correctly on each payslip. Next, I configure the federal W-4 withholding information. This section is essential because it drives federal income tax calculations in Odoo. I enter the dependent amount, any other income or deductions, and confirm whether the employee checked the 2019 or earlier box. The U.S. payroll localization uses current IRS formulas, including dependents, withholding allowances, and quarterly tax brackets. Now I configure the state filing information. Even though Texas does not have state income tax, Odoo still needs the employee's filing status for federal rules and for states that require it. I choose single for this example employee. For states like California or New York, you would also configure state allowances and extra withholding here. The U.S. payroll localization automatically adds the correct state salary rules. Once the contract is saved, Odoo prompts me to launch an onboarding plan. This allows you to assign tasks to HR or IT, such as setting up equipment, account access, or training. I choose the onboarding plan, assign tasks to myself, and set due dates. Odoo automatically creates to-do items on the employee record. Now that the employee is configured, I move to Payslips. In Odoo 19, Payslips can be run individually or as part of a pay run. For this demo, I'll run a monthly pay run for November. I navigate to Payroll, click Payslips, and choose Create Payslip. Odoo pulls the employee's contract, salary structure, and work schedule, and generates the draft payslip. Before validating payroll, it's important to preview the salary computation. Odoo shows the breakdown: gross pay of $15,000, federal income tax, Social Security, Medicare, FUTA, and the employer-side taxes. It also displays 401k deductions and employer match. Everything is calculated using the United States regular pay salary structure. When everything looks correct, I click Validate. The payslip is now locked and ready for accounting. Next, I generate Form 940 for FUTA. I go to Payroll, Reporting, United States, Form 940. I enter the tax year, select Texas as the single state payer, and add the November pay run. When I click Generate, Odoo creates a CSV file that you can submit through a third-party e-file provider. The U.S. localization automatically calculates FUTA taxable wages and credit reduction rules. Now we move into the accounting side. After payroll is validated, Odoo generates draft journal entries. I open Accounting, Journal Items, and view the draft salary entry. Here you can see the full breakdown: gross salary expense, employee taxes payable, employer taxes payable, employer FUTA, Medicare, and Social Security. The salary payable account reflects the net pay owed to the employee. To finalize payroll accounting, I click Post. This moves the journal entry from draft to posted state. Now salary payable and payroll tax liabilities appear on the balance sheet. Next, I reconcile the salary payment. I navigate to Accounting, Bank Matching, or Cash Journal, click New, and enter the payment amount. I type salary as the label and enter the net salary of $11,365.33. Then I select the journal item for the employee's net salary payable. Odoo automatically matches the payment to the posted payroll entry. When I click Reconcile, the salary payable liability clears. I repeat the process for employer taxes if payments are made immediately. If not, the liabilities remain on the balance sheet until paid. Finally, I open the balance sheet to confirm the results. Salary payable is now 0. Employee payroll taxes and employer payroll taxes remain as current liabilities until remitted. This is exactly how U.S. payroll accounting should appear. Odoo has fully recorded wages, payroll taxes, employer contributions, and all offsets. And that's the complete U.S. payroll workflow in Odoo 19, from employee setup to payslip creation, tax reporting, journal entries, reconciliation, and final financial review. If you found this helpful, please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more Odoo, accounting, and automation tutorials.